So, been a while, but here's the update. That is the new Stinger. So, turns out it was totaled. The insurance estimate was for about $27,000 in repairs for the last Stinger, because they valued the wrecked car at a $18,000 damage. It exceeded the vehicle's actual cash value, and thus insurance totaled it out. I'm sure you guys remember all the damage on the other one, and obviously, yes, I did buy almost the exact same car. This is a 2019 Stinger, all-wheel drive GT2. Only difference being that it is a 2019. Now, being a 2019, really 18 to 19, nothing has changed except for a few items were added that were actually taken away from the US spec. One of them is this front camera here on the grill. 2018s didn't have a forward-facing camera, just a rearward-facing one for reverse, and the camera here, kind of hard to see, right there on the bottom of the mirror. So there's one there and one on the other side. That gives you what Kia calls the surround view monitoring system. Another item that was added for 2019 is I now have heated rear seats, which is new for 2019. Still same interior, so ceramic silver with the red Napa leather interior. Everything else though is exactly the same. Actually, I lied. Wireless charging, there's the charger pad there. So you do lose a what Kia calls a lightning port. So in 2018, over on this end, this was a little pushed over to the right, and over here on this end there was just another power outlet, looks similar to this one, but whereas this one is the traditional cigarette lighter style, the other one was a what Kia refers to as a lightning port. It's a, instead of pushing out power at 1 amps, it was a 2.4 amps, I believe, which is more along the lines of something that would power a tablet, or so it just gives you better charging times. But other than that, everything is more or less identical. There's my current mileage. I've had this car for actually about 2 weeks now, but I've only driven it about a week because I was out of the country in Japan, checking out some cool stuff there. So everything else very familiar, very identical to what I had here before, except now the driver settings are a little bit different. There's an all-wheel drive sport mode now that you can customize to sport or comfort or eco. The other one had a few other settings you can adjust here, but this one's just powertrain, steering, suspension, and sport. The engine, the fake engine sound, is actually adjustable inside of these other settings here now, which is a little different. So that is the update on the Stinger for the moment. The car is completely stock. Nothing has been done to it. Haven't had time. I've been busy working. I've also been busy, like I said, traveling. But everything that was done to the other one is getting done to this one. I was able to salvage most of the parts. The only items that didn't make it past the accident were the Keen Design wheels, because a couple of them got banged up and damaged. The Spreak carbon fiber lip kit, so the two side skirts and the front splitter, they actually weren't damaged in the accident. They were actually damaged being transported between where the car was parked before insurance took it over to a body shop, and then when it went to the body shop, there was a lot of cracks in the carbon fiber. Technically could have been saved, but it wouldn't have looked that great. The The other items that weren't saved were the arc coilovers. Unfortunately, 2 of the 4 were severely damaged. Wasn't worth trying to save 2 of them because I'd still be missing 2. And the other item that didn't make it were the primary downpipes, the cat deletes. There's another plan for the next version of those. But everything else was saved. Everything else was going to be getting put on the car in the next couple weeks. Going with a different set of wheels this time. I believe I'm still sticking with Keen Design. We're working on something together for the next version of this car. Doing something a little different with the suspension and doing some other stuff with the body of the car. Love the color, so I stay with the same color. I don't plan on changing the color or wrapping the car, but I do plan on doing a few things that are going to change the look of the car. But that's the update. The last one is gone. The new one is here. And fresh canvas to work with. Oh, as far as insurance goes, and as far as what my prior car, so some people don't know, people that know me do, is my last one was a lease. It was a 3-year lease, signed for 15,000 miles a year, which would have given me 45,000 miles at lease end. Car had just shy of 50,000. My plan was originally to purchase out the lease, so I really didn't care that I had exceeded the mileage, or that I was going to by far exceed it, because I was keeping the vehicle. When everything was said and done with insurance, I actually got some money back. Not a whole lot, but not a little bit either. Everything worked out pretty good. They paid out more than what my balance was on the car. So that's going to get used towards future mods, of course. Worked out pretty good. Depreciation of the car was not bad at all, considering the mileage on there. So that all worked out pretty great. I got a great deal on this one. Again, something that some people know is I actually work for a Kia dealership. I have for about 14 years now. I've driven Kia since back in 2002. So, yeah. This is it. Not much to say other than that, and I know this video isn't very interesting. It's just me walking and talking around a very stock looking Stinger, but it is what it is for today. I'm going to see if I can record myself installing the majority of the mods back onto this car in coming time. So that is it. Goodbye.